YouTube, how to double your dividend profits. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Now, this is the Robinhood platform, and what we've decided to do was take all of the money out of here and turn this into a daily investment challenge portfolio for YouTube. Okay, so you can see we got everything out of here. We're gonna start everything from scratch, and we're going to invest $10 a day into this particular platform, right? So if you don't have $10, you can do $1, $2, whatever you have. We're going to do this challenge, all right? If you got 15, 20, whatever you guys decide you want to do, all right? Now, this is one of the most popular dividend stocks around, which is SCHD is the ticker symbol, also known as Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. And so they pay a pretty good dividend, right? So if I scroll down here, you can see that you're going to get a 3.83 30-day yield. And then you can see the expense ratio is pretty cheap, 0.06. But also with that, this stock has some growth opportunity, right? So if we look at this thing from a 1 year out perspective, you can see it's up 8%. Over the last 5 years, it's up 55%. All time, it's up 211%. So you've got some growth opportunity there as well. Now, what we're going to do, right, is you see on this platform here, it shows the last dividend was 61 cent per share, and you're going to get paid 3 times per year. So if we look at the previous year, you're going to get paid quarterly. So March, June, September, and December. So you can see you range from between 60 and about 75 cents, depending on what kind of money they're able to bring in, right? So if you have 100 shares, for example, and you have to have 100 shares to do this, okay? It doesn't have to be SCHD. It can be any stock that you like that pays a nice dividend, okay? So I have to say that again. Any stock that pays a nice dividend, whether that be old realty, it could be Verizon, AT&T. There's so many different stocks or ETFs that pay a nice dividend, okay? Now, as I stated before, if you have 100 shares, essentially every 3 months you're looking at getting $60, right? So obviously you pretty much could get close to buying an extra share. Now I'm going to show you how you can double your income, right? So if we go to trade SCHD options, right, and we're going to change this to sell, all right. So you have to have 100 shares to do this, and let's say that we want to change the expiration closer to when the dividend is going to be paid. So essentially, what you would do is you would sell a call. Okay, you got to have 100 shares, and let's say that we don't envision SCHD to go beyond, let's say, $82, for example. So what we're gonna do is click the 30, and I'm gonna scroll this up, and you can see that you would make $30 at expiration. But for me, I would want to be a little bit more aggressive to actually double what I'm getting in 3 months. So I would go probably with 80. All right. So you do that, you click review, and then you're able to sell the call. All right. So you can see this bid and ask is kind of far apart. So you'll probably have to bid somewhere in the middle, maybe like $110 to get in on that. Okay. So again, this is how you can essentially double your dividend with with these selling call options. Now I'm going to show you why I decided to go with 80. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. And so when I look at the chart, okay, over the last year to date, you can see the highest we've gotten was about $80.63. Is it likely we could get back to $80 the way this market is right now? Probably not. So I'd be willing to bet by the time October comes around, it's a possibility this thing won't be at $80 per share. Now, if you want to go further out of the money, let's say you want to, let me go back. I'm gonna change this to October again. Let's say you want to go, let's say you want to be a little bit more cautious, right? So I'm gonna change this to sell, and let's say I want it pretty much guaranteed, right? Well, I want a higher, um, a higher probability that I'm going to profit. So then you can go to the 90 percentile, which is $5, which wouldn't be doubling your money, or you can go with the $83 one, the $82 one, and you can see the chance of profit as you go down. Now, what I will say about this is if SCHD were to go above the particular strike price you picked, let's say you went with $82 and by the expiration it goes above, then what you would have to do is sell your shares at whatever the price is above. Otherwise, by expiration, you will receive this $30 if it does not go to $82.50. And you can always get out of these things earlier, okay? So for me, let's say that SCHD started to sell off. I'm in profit, like let's say $20. I would go ahead and take the money before the expiration date. So let's say that it's July 9th and it's showing in your brokerage that you're up $20. You can just take the $20 if you want to. You don't necessarily have to wait till October 18th. So for me, I like to get out of selling these calls and buy out of them before the expiration date. Okay. Otherwise, what you could do is you can do what they call roll the options, right? So if it's nearing October 18th and you say, you know what, SCHD had went up to $84, then you would have an option in your brokerage account to roll it up to the next month or two out. That way you can continue the process, and you have a chance of being in profit. Okay, so essentially, if you want to double your dividends, and this is something I've been doing for a while with my dividend stocks, sell some calls with them. That way you get a profit, or you can do it every month, right? A lot of people make a lot of money doing this monthly. So you can get a pretty much a monthly dividend by selling calls with your stock dividends. Now, I will say this: if it's not a popular stock or popular dividend ETF, the premiums are probably not going to be this high, and the bid and ask going to be way further apart than what you're seeing on the screens. Okay, so just something to think about. I know a lot of you are wanting to make some money as you're getting those dividends, as you're waiting on them. Some people have monthly dividends that pay them like old realty. So there's all kind of, you know, strategies you can use to make money while you're waiting on your dividend payouts. Okay. Now, listen, guys, if you got any questions or you're confused about this, it's not a negative thing. I know I'll probably get some thumbs down for you hardcore dividend investors because you want to just only see dividend investing, right? But if you want to make money, you want to get to the next level, you can't remain stagnant. You have to put yourself in a position to constantly make money. All right. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And we're out, guys. Peace.